bit, and we should have the BJP spokesperson also joining us in a bit. As Bharat celebrated Dussehra, Prime Minister Narendra Modi urging people to throw out forces using casteism, regionalism to divide the nation. Addressing a huge gathering in Delhi, he said the festival should also mark the burning of ideologies that detract from Bharat's development. The INDI bloc slammed Prime Minister Narendra Modi for mixing caste representation with caste oppression. They argue this demand is only to help the marginalized and the backward. Let's first take a look at the statements that have been made by PM Modi and the opposition leaders. PM saying a bid to divide Ma Bharati in the name of casteism, regionalism. BJP CMs promoting regionalism in the states and burn every deformity which deteriorates social harmony. Can't connect casteism with caste census demand. Let this be the burning of those forces dividing Bharat. We are talking about caste representation, not oppression. And burn ideas which propagate the fulfillment of selfishness. PM should think about aspirations of regional parties is what is said. And then again, what are the arguments against this whole caste census? It's against the spirit of the constitution, and it also can lead to reverse discrimination on the basis of identity. Reservation permitted only for socially, educationally backward. Reservations were supposed to have a sunset clause. Quota on the basis of strength will have to end and will lead to majoritarianism and hurt minorities. Let's quickly go across to our guests without wasting time. And Anand Ranganathan, Vivek Bansal continue to stay on with us. And we should have Shehzad Poonawala, national spokesperson of the BJP, joining us in a bit. He is right here, walking into the studio, ready to take the right stand. So as he gets set, live on television, let's just go straight across to Shehzad Poonawala and ask Shehzad Poonawala, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's statement has got a reaction coming in from the opposition which says the PM is trying to deliberately conflate issues.
In fact, it is the Congress party and its ilk that have tried to market or put in the agenda of dividing people along caste lines as a caste survey or caste census. The Congress has never been committed on the issue of OBCs. First of all, the Congress party was against Mandal Commission. From 1979 to 1990, they opposed the Mandal report and its implementation. Then in 1990, when the VP Singh government backed by the BJP implemented it, Rajiv Gandhi got up in parliament and opposed it. They have opposed even the OBC Commission being given the constitutional status. It is the Prime Minister who comes from the OBC category and is the first Prime Minister to complete his tenure. And today these people who said once upon a time na jaat par na paat par muhar lagegi haath par are today going against this stand. So firstly, the Congress party representative should tell us that were Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi wrong? Was Nehruji wrong? In fact, in 1931 a caste census was done. 1951 for the first census after independence, it was Nehruji who said that we should not have caste census. So was he wrong? Is the Congress party admitting it? Point number two. Today the issue is that what is the Congress stand? In Karnataka they have done caste survey, they oppose releasing its figures. In Odisha as the opposition party they oppose it. In centre when they had done the caste census between 2011 to 2014 they did not really reveal the figures, and when we came to power we saw there were 8.5 crore errors in it. We have given it back to the states have not rectified it. Today the BJP has over 80 OBC MPs. We have 40% of OBC MLCs. We have given 29 ministries to OBC people. So is the BJP against the OBCs, or it is the Congress party which has always been against OBC, SC, ST, which is now trying to play the caste card only to divide the people?
Poonawala is that on the one hand you are saying that we should not play the caste card. On the other hand you are only saying, patting yourself on the back to say, oh, we've done well with caste.
I'll tell you
why is so दोनों तरफ double डोल की हो गया ना? बिहार में भी आपने, weren't you part of the government when you passed the resolution for the caste census?
This is because the BJP, if you see right from its inception to now, the BJP has always been with the idea of social justice to the extent that we are saying there's a new caste, the caste of Labhartis. When we give Mudra Yojana, when we give Nal Se Jal Yojana, Shauchalaya Yojana, who are the beneficiaries? It is the poorest of the poor. When we say that in the EWS there must be affirmative action even for those people who belong to so-called forward caste only on the basis of poverty. So for the Prime Minister, poverty is the biggest caste, and therefore we say that the Congress party is trying to divide, whereas we have said that it will not be.
But when it comes to giving tickets, then the Labharti is based on caste.
Absolutely
or
not.
Is it based on winnability?
It is based purely on the fact that who will be a good Jan Seva. But yes, when it comes to representation, we are very proud to say that the first president who has come from the Adivasi community, a female from the Adivasi community, has been given by the BJP. Is the Congress opposed to it? The Congress had 60 years to do this. Why didn't the Congress ever do it? Why didn't the Congress party make an OBC person the Prime Minister like the BJP has made? I have only one question.
Has the BJP made an OBC Prime Minister, or has the country elected a leader who they believe has a vision for Bharat?
The problem with the Congress party is...
Did the people of Bharat vote for Prime Minister Narendra Modi thinking that he is an OBC leader, or did they vote for him knowing that he has shown a successful track record, as he claimed, for Gujarat?
Absolutely right. The people of this country have voted for Prime Minister Modi because he works for all 140 crore Indians. But because the Congress has started seeing things through the prism of caste, then even from that parameter, the Congress must see where it stands. And the last point...
You are somewhere, sir, here on the conceding that the Congress is dictating the narrative and the BJP is responding to it.
The Congress is actually falling into a trap which has been laid by its own ally party, and the Congress party na ghar ki rahegi na ghat ki rahegi.
Let Vivek Bansal ji respond. Vivek ji.
Anand, let me tell you, answer Mr. Punewala. What we have been alleging that he is trying to take
Sir, I am getting a dual audio from you, so that's why you are not clear. So if you have a source like a TV on, please kindly mute the television, because you are not able, I am not able to hear you clearly on air. So if you have a TV on, can you please kindly mute it? Thank you,
so
sir.
What I was saying is...
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, please.
What I was saying was that Punewala is talking, he's trying to put the burden of us on this one and it's right. But I would like to remind Honorable Prime Minister Modi is very Prime Minister time and again professing and proclaiming himself times he would the Congress doesn't want to be,
Vivek Bansal ji, please bear with me. I'm going to request our team at the back end, because there are two audio sources coming from you. That's why your voice is not clear. Don't want to be held responsible. Don't want to be held responsible for saying that the Congress was not given a proper voice. So please bear with me for the 2.5 minutes that Anand Ranganathan is going to make his speech, and then I'll come back to you with a clearer audio.
Just before Anand Ranganathan gets in, this represents the dual voice in which the Congress speaks on this issue.
It just represents a technical error. I would like to place myself on record there. But Anand Ranganathan, this double dolki is happening from both sides, agree or disagree. If PM says get away and we need to get rid of these issues, then the BJP should also say that winnability will be the only factor. Everybody will be called by their first name like they do within the RSS, not be known by their surnames like it is happening in the BJP.
No, of course, Anand, and can I just say that although it's very easy for Shahzad to combat one Anand, I think it will be quite difficult for him to combat two Anand. So I think we'll get ample time to...
He's got a smile on his face.
Look, it is beyond doubt that every party is hypocritical, especially when it comes to the question of caste. We had an example a couple of months ago when one of the most abusive politicians ever around, who wanted to raise, perhaps even murder, BJP top, creme de la creme of politicians, joined the BJP purely because of caste reasons. So this is not a question of hypocrisy, but can I please turn my attention to the caste census, because I need a couple of points to make it. It's important. Look, it is very amusing that same Rahul Gandhi is now waxing eloquent about caste census, when it was his government at the center that conducted the caste census but did not make it public for 3 years. Remember, it was his government at the state in Karnataka that conducted the caste census but did not make it public for 4 years. Now, the point of the thing is, it was his government at the center that, despite knowing the OBC percentage in India to be more than 30%, did not make more than 3% OBCs as secretaries. And today he wants to give them rights. And when he says, Jitni abadi, utna haq, does he even understand the repercussions of what he's saying? Of what havoc this statement can bring to minorities, both ethnic and religious, amongst all communities in India. Finally, Anand, just a minute. As far as reservations are concerned, beyond the hypocrisy of every political party, I have very briefly 3 points to make. Number one, if this is a moral obligation, then why is the creamy layer also included in the reservation quotas? Are they not privileged enough now? Does the family of Lalu Prasad Yadav, for example, need any reservations? Number two, as was reinforced by none other than the Chief Justice of India, that even Ambedkar wanted reservations only for a limited period of 10 to 30 years. Why do our present crop of politicians not have the guts to implement that? And finally, just 30 seconds. As I said, if giving reservations is a moral obligation, and it is, then why are reservations excluded from certain domains and sectors, the prominent among them being the judiciary? Why do the judges suddenly think of merit when it comes to appointing their own, but think of quotas when it comes to appointing doctors, scientists and other professionals? Is that not hypocrisy as well?
Very pertinent questions that you ask, but charity begins at home. If you have to rise above reservation, then everybody should look at merit and everybody should look at winnability. Can any political party today come out and say that we will drop surnames altogether? Everybody will be known only by their first names. But Vivek Bansalji, what the PM has looked at is a larger issue. Those aspects which continue to divide society should be shunned. That which will unite Bharat is what should be adopted. Let's have only two classifications, the haves and the have-nots.
As far as talking about this what divisive or anything, what the PM had to say, that as you said, the charity begins at home. I think they should start it from the BJP should do some soul searching, that what message is going around in the country at the moment. Feeling of, don't you feel that I am talking about entire minority community. They have a feeling of persecution, be it may Christians, be it may Muslims, be it may Jains. Everywhere these sort of things are coming up. Manipur, Roy says a glaring example of that. So to say that this divisive policy, I think you should practice what you are preaching. This is what is somehow, PM is a very good speaker. He can come out with fantastic things. But when it comes to soul searching or introspection, what really does he mean it? I don't think actions speak louder than words. So that needs to be, I think if he really means that divisive politics is not going to be pursued in this country, nothing better than this. For the unity of this country, I think we have to stand together and we have to send a message of equanimity.
But isn't the biggest divisive politics being advocated by the opposition currently via the caste survey in Bihar, where all of Hindus have been divided, but every other grouping has been put in one bunch, has been shown united. When you call a population of nearly 27 crore people as minority in the country, then aren't you insulting the second largest majority in the country? When you decide that there is an 82% block which needs to be further segmented and divided, who's playing the divided game then? When you decide that 27 crore people in this country should be shown as one big block, whereas the divisions within them should be glossed over. When you decide that nearly 7 crore population in this country should also be shown as one big unit, and their divisions as sectarian divisions and caste divisions within them should be glossed over, then who's playing the divisive game, sir?
No, this is, you see, why Mandal Commission was implemented, just because of the fact that there were so many backward communities which were not being represented, and they also wanted to have their share in the pie.
Backward communities is different, sir. Backward castes is different, sir. Backward groups means that you look at people who don't have, without their religion, without their caste or sectarian breakings. So that's where the difference. Yes, Shehzad Poonawala. Sorry.
Vivek ji.
They want to be represented in the country.
Vivek ji, taking from this point, since you say Rahul Gandhi today is correct when he says for a caste survey, and he says jitni jiski sankhya bhari utni uski hissedari, so are you then saying that when Nehru ji, Indira ji and Rajiv ji said na jaat par na paat par muhar lagegi haath par and rejected caste survey and Mandal Commission report, both of them were wrong? Point one.
No, you see.
How can both be correct? No, one second. Vivek ji, it's my turn. I am asking you a yes or no question. If you are unable to answer it in yes or no, that's all right. If your hypocrisy has been exposed by that, that's all right. Now let me continue. Let me continue, sir. You're not making any.
Changing instance as the according to the ground realities emerging in the
So
country.
are you
So
saying, one second, sir, after 50 years of Congress rule, the ground realities have got so worse that Rahul Gandhi has to go against his own family's policy? Okay, so that's one point. Point number two, Mr. Vivek ji, very humbly I want to ask you, how come in Karnataka, after doing a caste survey, you're not releasing the results? In Odisha, you're opposing a caste survey, and your own ally, the TMC in India Alliance, has said on record, caste census is divisive for this country. So if being against caste census is being anti-social justice, why is TMC part of India Alliance? And what do you say about the units of Odisha or the units of Karnataka? How can you have two stands? If the BJP is against this and is therefore anti-Samajik Nyay, then how come TMC, which is on record to say it's against caste survey, not anti-Samajik Nyay? And finally, all of this Samajik Nyay is a ruse. It is only Parivar Ka Nyay. Therefore, Lalu Prasad Yadav, after he went to jail, did not find any person fit in the Yadav community and made Rabdi Devi the Chief Minister. Mulayam Singh Yadav only made his brothers or his son or his Bahu somebody in politics. This is not about Samajik Nyay. In the name of Jati, you have only been doing Parivar Ka Nyay. And therefore, this is all a ruse to divide the country, divide society, only so that families can stay in power.
Vivek Bansal, and then after that Anand Ranganathan. Ji, Vivek ji.
This is, as far as you just keep on pinning down this, it's a democracy. You see that why Rabri was made and all this is all, and why I would put forth a question to you: why Jay Shah has been made the chairman of the BCCI? What locus standi does he have? What locus standi? No, you don't have to spark and laugh at that. You have to answer that through. Did he come through the ranks or was he a national?
He has the same qualifications as Ashok Gehlot's son, sir. Ashok Gehlot's son is also in Rajasthan Cricket Association. So you tell me what Vaibhav Gehlot was a star cricketer, therefore he was in administration, or Rohit Pawar was a star cricketer, that's why he's the head of MCA. I mean, please have a sane conversation. I have asked you about TMC stand and about your dual stand in different states. Please make it a serious discussion. And the Chief Minister's position is not the same as a BCCI secretary or a Rajasthan Cricket Association president. Please, sir.
No. This example, if two wrongs, or particularly if you, what is
Sir,
wrong?
either, sir, it's a simple point. Either Mr. Rahul Gandhi is right, or Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi, and Rajiv Gandhi were right. Which of them is right according to you? You have to make that choice. No, sir. And the next point is, sir, is 27 crore people a small number? 27 crore people in this country are shown as one grouping, as if there is no divide, no sectarianism, no caste between them. But 70% of the population is divided into various groupings. Who's playing this devious game? Anand Ranganathan, final word. Have to wind up the debate.
Yes, Anand, there is absolutely no disagreement there with Shehzad that Congress is a hypocrisy personified. But I want to ask Shehzad a very simple question. If the results of the caste survey that the BJP says, yes, it will be conducted, if the results prove out to be something that has to be acted upon, is the BJP going to allow the lifting of the Supreme Court 50% ceiling limit on reservations for SC, ST and OBC? I want an unequivocal answer from Shehzad, yes or no.
You know, Anand, as much as you try, I am not going to try and do a mundan of a baby that has not been born. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I am too experienced in political debates for me to answer hypothetical questions. But since you posed that question at the altar of the Supreme Court, it would be an answer best left to the Supreme Court to answer. And if and when people like you might approach the court, so I am sure the Supreme Court will answer on that as well.
And not just that, if there is a survey that continues to show, like in Bihar, that 82% of the people are actually Hindus, then who should have the right to pass the law and who should have the right to retain and enjoy the benefits? Because jiski jitni sankhya bhari, that's the argument of the Congress party. So should it all start from Bihar? The changing of all the rules and the laws in order to ensure that 82% of Bihar gets the right and the majority share of the resources and the wealth of Bihar.
Can I just have one line
so
in that?
those questions, yes.
Very
have to
quickly, by the way, Mr. Nitish Kumarji's Kurmi caste is very low and Muslims are 17%. So why doesn't Rahul Gandhi make a Muslim
Yadavs are
chief
also
minister?
Yadavs also for 14%. So should they also vacate the seat? Those
well,
are questions.
Vivek Bansal can answer that question.
Yeah, but
And
the larger question is why should we look at the caste only of Hindus is the other question.
That's true.
Anand, people in the fold of Islam say Islam does not have any caste system. So why should there be reservations for Muslims?
Well, this is a longer debate and perhaps a longer conversation which all of us gentlemen should have very, very soon. And it's on the anvil, this plan. But for the moment, have to wind up. Thank you very much, Vivek ji, Anand Ranganathan and Shehzad Poonawala. Thank you very much. We're going to take a very short break. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we turn the spotlight on a dynamic which is supposed to be futuristic. It was supposed to be encrypted so that it is safe. But this encryption itself has become the biggest menace. Cryptocurrency, the fuel for terror across the world and radicals relying on it. Stay with us.
Hello, Moto.